Mm, Good morning, everyone. Johnny Drone Flyer here. Just got to work, drinking a little coffee. I don't know if anybody wants to get on and talk about drones a little bit. If you've been doing any flying, I know it's early. Anybody want to come in, be welcome to. Links in the chat. What's up, Justin? I know, Justin, I got to work early, kind of bored. Got up early, didn't sleep real good, drinking some coffee. Yeah, Justin, hey, thanks for helping me. Well, I say kind of got my TikTok halfway set up, I guess, but got to practice a good bit. Get my granddaughter over the weekends to show me they always putting stuff up, I think. So anybody wants to hop in, you're welcome to. Michael Blade, what's up? Good morning. JSK Enterprise, good morning. Good morning. I know it's early. Just got to work and kind of hate to get started here, so I said let me go live this morning, see what's up. Thank everybody for joining the show last night. Last night had Herman and Justin on. Yeah, Mike, I tell you, yesterday morning, got up. My friend and I rode our bikes, our Harleys, over to. I don't know if you saw that video I put up. It's called Red Bluff. It's about 75 miles from my house. It's in Foxworth, Mississippi. They call it the Little Grand Canyon, and it's a pretty interesting little place. It's really nothing but a big hole in the ground, but interesting formation. It's actually on private property. The road used to go right on side of it, and actually they moved the road, so you kind of dead end back there. Hey, Tom, Lens Capture, if you want to hop on, you're welcome to. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Herman was a great guest. We try to just kind of interview people and kind of see how they got into drones, and especially when you're on your show, it's kind of hard for you to talk about yourself, so you kind of hardly don't get that opportunity a lot of times. But yeah, so if anybody wants to hop on, you're welcome to. Yeah, I've been flying Air 2S. I actually took it out yesterday over that little canyon there. It did really good. It was a very calm day. It's very hot though. Hey, Mr. JRCs. Yeah, it was actually my iPhone kept heating up. Gotcha, Tom. Mr. JRCs, anything's up for discussion. Even if you want to talk about what kind of coffee you drink, here in Louisiana, it's community. Of course, I think they're nationwide now. It used to be a little local company, I guess, years ago in New Orleans, but they're pretty big. Personally, I like any cup of coffee as long as it's fresh and hot, so don't get hung up too much on the brands. But, because Folgers is produced there in New Orleans too. Actually, every Folgers coffee can, or that little plastic container that's made is made right here, just a couple miles from my office here at a big warehouse. So, try to support everybody. Yeah, Michael, I hear you. Yeah, I got up early, did a little work at the home office, and this is our real estate office here, so you can see there, next home. And kind of bumming today, do a few things, and then my granddaughter has a track meet in Baton Rouge, so I'll have to drive over there in a little bit. Yeah, Donut House. Yeah, I like that. Actually, that's what I had this morning, some Keurig, but they do make, community makes Keurig K-Cups, because everybody makes cups. Yeah, I want to wish Captain Ray a safe journey back to New York. He is probably on the road, I guess, right about now. And he's going to take, I'm not sure how long he's going to take, probably 2 days, drive all day today. And tomorrow, I think, although he's stopping somewhere, he's going to, Phantom Hodges drone, welcome in, welcome in. So, yeah, he's been in Florida there since, I'm not sure when he went, actually. He stays about 6 months there and 6 months in New York, but he'll be flying with Charlie Mafia and Stevie. And so, yeah, he's going to be having fun there. Made a lot of good connections in the last probably 6 months. And, of course, people that came to drone meet up there in Florida. So, yeah, Captain Ray definitely loves flying that drone. Mr. JLC, I do the dark roast. Yeah, it's pretty, I say it's not real strong. My mom and dad, when they were both alive, they did actually community coffee with coffee and chicory. Chicory is pretty strong, so. Yeah, that'd be great, Mike. Yeah, myself, I may actually try to go to a ball game up in the Mets. So I have a friend that his son plays Major League Baseball. So when they go up there, we're thinking about going. So maybe, sneak away and fly a little bit. Lion Neil, what's up? Yeah, you never got to sleep. I hear you. If anybody wants to hop in, you can. You're welcome to. I don't know if you could listen to one person all the time talk. Gets kind of boring, I guess. But yeah, we had a great show last night. I want to thank everybody again. Herman and Justin. Of course, Herman Phantom Flight 101. He had just done his show. They do a show, I think, at 4 p.m. Eastern. So they're on for a couple hours. So yeah, he rolled right over in our show. I know it was a long day for Herman, but I really appreciate him being on. Next week we got the Bill Renee from he was at the drone meetup, and Captain Ray has I think a drone pilot with one of the sheriff's office there in Florida is going to be on. He did email Captain Ray and supposed to be on. He's actually on vacation, but we'll get him on. If he can't make it, we'll get somebody to be on with Bill. And that's every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Time. So I don't know if everybody saw the FEMI Mini is hitting it's in a bunch of people's hands now. Charlie, get up. Get up. I see you up. Yeah. And Charlie flew his FPV, I think yesterday for the first time. So Charlie, how was it? Did you crash? You didn't crash. Or did you? Pilot Sharks Hangar, welcome in. Charlie, I guess you're working. You're welcome to pop in if you can. Tell us about your little experience. Yeah, I think Carlos got Charlie going on that. Yeah, Mr. JLC, that was an interesting video that Hubson put out. That thing is definitely looks, I tell you what, if it, and everybody is, I say they kind of, bitching about Hubsan a little bit, even putting the specs out. But personally, of course, I'm not saying a company wouldn't do that. Put specs out that's fake, but you would think that everything that they're showing. Hey, is this Sam Burns? Oh no, it's not.
Good morning. Good morning
What's
to
up,
all.
Charlie?
How are you?
Good. Oh, I've just got to work real early, and I figured I got about 15, 20 minutes for a bunch of the girls start getting here and stuff. So I drinking some coffee and had a little quiet time. So I figured I'd go on a little bit.
Right here. Cheers.
Yeah, no lie. So how was your flight yesterday?
I did pretty good according to Carlos. It was I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm definitely hooked. I mean, I already bought another better set of goggles.
So Charlie, that's a kit. I mean, everything, you didn't have to do anything but turn it on basically and bind it. And
yeah, it was like it's an Emax Tiny Hawk 2.
Right.
And it comes with the goggles.
Doc Murdoch was trying to get me to, I guess, buy the same setup. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the goggles. It's got the controller. It's got the quad, a couple of batteries, all the cables, and it really was plug and play. I just put it on, and all of a sudden I had video. Except what I didn't know and didn't take into account was the goggles. There's like no room for this, nothing. So I tried like putting in an old pair of glasses, and I got it wedged in. Except the reason why I pulled is because my eyes got worse, so it didn't really help when I was looking through them. And then Carlos lent me his Viper headset, which kind of like it floats in front of your face. There's a lot of space between, And I said, "Oh shit, I got to get this now." So, which I did. So I pulled the trigger on that this morning.
It's only a little more money. That's all.
I know. Why are my hobbies always expensive?
Well, hey, and did you have some extra batteries, or did you? I mean.
Yeah, well, he told me, once he kind of instructed me on what to buy, and he just said, "Hey, he sent me links to stuff." So I bought like an extra pack of batteries, like a pack of 8.
Right.
And then he was kind enough to give me a case, and he gave me like some older batteries. He had like more like 16 of them that had half power, half the charge, but it was better than nothing. So I appreciated that. So I had that. Yeah. So I went through my 9 batteries, and then add another dozen to that. We went through like over 23 batteries yesterday. 3 hours we flew.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, and I got to fly to Air 2S yesterday at that place. It was pretty neat. So.
Oh yeah, it was great. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it's an interesting place. Hey, we got to ride to Harley. Actually, we went almost near 200 miles by the time we came back through Macomb, Mississippi, and ate. It was a great little ride. Hadn't done that in a while. Just kind of decided to take the morning off. Got back about 2:00. Came home and cut some grass. But yeah, it was a nice ride.
Yeah, there was some beautiful though. It's nice seeing everyone put up everyone putting up their videos, because it's really that camera is unbelievable. Yeah. I know we both had our reservations about buying that drone, but I have no regrets. Although,
I'll tell you what, it flies. I mean, I would say it flies very similar, of course, to the Air 2. I mean, the flight, much different now. It's much quicker in normal speed for sure. It ascends very fast and descends very fast. My friend, he's never really seen a drone fly. He has seen it maybe at my house a little bit, but man, I was in that canyon and coming down. He said, "I hope you're bringing that thing down. It looks like it's coming down pretty fast." I said, "I am," but it kind of looks like it's falling when you first, if you're descending.
So when I took it out last weekend to the beach, what do you have your obstacle avoidance set to? Because I was finding some weird anomalies that day.
I have it set to not around. What's it called? Bypass? Is it?
That's what I had mine set to as well, and I know it wasn't
not brake. Not brake. Yeah, not the brake.
Right, but when I had it on the same setting you had, and I know it wasn't windy, and I was in normal mode, times it stopped. It wouldn't. I was doing stick forward, and it wasn't moving. And then I had to throw it into. Yeah.
One thing I do notice, and I maybe I could be right or wrong about it. It seems like every time you change a battery or something, you have to reset that mode. It goes back to brake. I don't know if it defaults to brake.
No, not for me. It was always the
Okay.
first
Well,
thing I did.
see,
The first thing I did when I took it out of the box was I set it to bypass because it was set to
right.
brake, and then I was having that issue. So it was stopping, and then I got a little nervous. I'm like, why is it? It was a little ways out. I was like, why is it stopping like that? So I threw it in sports mode, which would turn obstacle avoidance off, and the thing just repped. It was fine, and I know it wasn't a wind condition.
Yeah, and
When I flew it
that's what I
back,
say. I could have swore I'm like on brake. I mean, on a bypass, and then it seems like if I change something, it goes back to it's to me. It's always on brake, and I have to change it back. I don't know why. I don't know. I might have to maybe read up a little bit about that, or ask, or just try it again,
right?
And
Yeah.
I don't know why it would default to brake, but
Well, I put it back to brake, and I never saw that issue happen again. Here's another thing too. When I was flying a land, I was trying to get it onto the landing pad. And I don't know if any of this stuff is because of those two extra sensors. I don't know. But again, when I was landing after I had that experience, and I was still in bypass, going forward gave me altitude like too much. I was like, that doesn't make sense either. And but once I took it and I put it back in brake, it just stayed forward, went backward like it
yeah,
would, like it normally would. But I wonder if that's a bug. I'm
I
curious
don't know.
if anyone else had experience.
And I don't know. Have you ever noticed? Well, I don't know. You don't get where I'm getting that altitude zone, just saying a geofence, on just on Air 2S, but it's the same software, it's the same app, and it doesn't do it on a Mini 2 or the Air 2. So it's kind of. And Lauren, Lauren was texting me, and Lauren says that's probably because I'm right on the edge of. I don't know. It's definitely weird that it just comes up on that drone, and I think Matty is getting it in Florida, where he's never had that pop up on his Air 2. So now Captain Ray does not get it.
It's interesting. So, maybe it has something to do with the geozones? I don't know, but you're right. I don't get it on any other one.
I'm thinking it's something to do with the geozone and possibly remote ID. Maybe there's something that's kind of built in, more sensitive on that particular drone and the hardware maybe of it. I don't know. It's very weird. Now, yesterday, of course, where I was at was kind of in the middle of nowhere. Didn't get that altitude zone warning at all. So, it doesn't affect me from flying at all. It doesn't affect my, I keep mine set at 200 because that's where my shelf is, where I fly, right by my house, and try to just abide by all the rules, but it doesn't stop me at 200. I will say that, What's up, Mike?
No,
good morning.
Yeah, like I was saying, I was getting the same thing. I'm the same experience. I'm getting it only on the Air 2S. I'm not getting on any of the other drones. So, like I said, maybe
if anybody else wants to pop in, it's in the chat there. I didn't know if I don't know if Roger's going on. I don't want to go into his stream if he is. But
how's your new? Did you get that new Mac?
No, you can't order it till tomorrow.
Oh, okay. If you want to do any of that testing, let me know.
Yeah, I was trying my big computer with Captain Ray. Last night I did on my little MacBook, and I don't know. Seemed like we had some audio problems. I don't know. It seems like, I hate to say it's something every day, but the new Mac I got with Sam Burns, he kind of suggested and it is the one that I pretty well want. And I need I have an old HP that's probably 7-8 years old, so. With the new Mac with the M1, I'm hoping we can stream from there and not have so many problems and whatever, 'Cause I think when I go to clicking banners and try to play video, it just kind of locks up for a little bit. And I don't know if you notice, I'll pop in and out sometime, and that's why I'm doing that, because I'm kind of like freezing up. But although, like right here, I'm just on older MacBook Air, and it seems like I don't have any problems,
Yeah, I think you already said there's definitely correlation that problem when you bring more people into the stream. It has something to do with that. I don't know why, but hopefully, that I would imagine the new one you're going to buy is going to have no problems with that.
I hope so. Yeah, I mean, because I don't know. I kind of like get like watch Ken Herron when his crashes. It's just like you just get really aggravated and like you want everything to go right. Yeah. You got people on, and then people, I mean, they get turned off by that. Although, I mean, nothing's intentionally, but it is kind of aggravating. But hey, it is what it is. Doc Murdoch said it best. We're on here. We're not only streaming and we're videoing, so it's a lot going on in these streams.
That's right.
So Cal Drone, what's up? Anybody wants to hop in? You're welcome to. We just drinking a little coffee and talking drones. Jerry, welcome in. Mike, Night Train, yeah, there's your expert there, Charlie.
Yeah, yeah. He actually.
Morning, fellas.
What's up, you?
How you doing? What's happening?
Oh, I was just bored at work here this morning. Early is Roger going on in a little bit, or is he? I don't want to.
No,
oh, okay.
No, he's out flying.
Okay, well, good. I'm going to stay on about 15, 20 more minutes for all the women start getting in here, making some noise. So, and they're actually trying to get some work done while I'm probably playing. But, I got here early and get my stuff done. So,
hey,
and I got to drop. Hey, good morning. I got to drop, Johnny. It's already 8:30 over here. So, thanks for pulling me in.
Charlie,
good morning, everyone.
Enjoy that FPV.
I will do. Thanks again.
Although, hey, if you get Captain Ray doing that, me and you gonna have to talk.
Oh, I got to get him a little bit more daring as it is with his Mavic Air 2.
Yeah.
Then we'll work on that. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great day.
See you, Charlie.
See you.
Yeah, we need to get everybody into FPV. That's what I think now.
Yeah, I know. I've got it, like, I think in my cart, where I had it, and Doc Murdoch tried to he sent me the links for the extra batteries and stuff. I just need to try it, but I'm actually trying to start studying for my Part 107, so I want to concentrate on that in the next, probably 30, 45 days, try to, watch those videos. I've watched about 3 lessons so far, so I don't want to try anything else, but I'm definitely. It looks like fun, I know you enjoy it, and man, at the drone meetup, seeing it in person I say it's a lot more fun to see in person than it is on video, but it's fun to watch either way.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a lot of fun. It's a whole new thing. It's all kinds of new rules and new skills to learn and stuff. Yes, Cat. What's up, buddy?
Mike B, welcome in, Drone Ranger.
What's up, Neil?
Lion Neil, welcome in, Neil. Yeah, we just I was at board this morning and had a few minutes, so not gonna stay on real long. Just wanted to say hello. Thank everybody for coming in the show last night. Had 2 great guests there, Justin and Herman.
Yeah, good show.
Yeah, it was fun. Captain Ray is on his way back to New York, so he's driving.
We're getting not much flying in here. It's raining for about 10 days straight.
Oh, really? Oh,
not
wow.
a good forecast, yeah. So
seems like that little stretch we had a couple of weeks ago, man. It's we're in a little stretch of really pretty, but it's really hot. Yesterday we rode the Harleys up to that place I put up on. I did a little video on YouTube yesterday called Red Bluff. They call it the Little Grand Canyon of Mississippi, but it's really nothing but it's really a little hole. I sent Marcus a little video before he put one up. I said, Marcus, this is not the Snake River, but at least it's a canyon.
Yeah.
So, but the biggest thing I got to do was do 2 things I love. I rode the Harley and flew the drone on the same thing there. So it was pretty neat.
Nice. I'll tell you what I want to do now. Now that I'm flying FPV, I want to start chasing things like cars, motorcycles,
Yeah.
I'll have to find somebody with some sports cars around here and get out and film them or something.
Blind Neil, I'll post if you want to pop in. I don't know. I'm not going to stay on a whole lot longer, but you're welcome to pop in. I just had a little free time this morning. Got up real early. I don't know why, but drank a cup of coffee at a couple cups at home, and then of course I'm the official coffee maker here at the office.
There you go. I'm still on my first cup. Michael Blade says, "Me too." Yeah, man. In Velocidrone, the simulator, they have this little go-kart track, and I've been chasing those go-karts the last few days. It's a lot of fun. So how's your Air 2S doing?
It's doing great. I flew it yesterday. That's what I brought. I only brought that one. It flies really good. the camera is the biggest thing. I think it's definitely really sharp. As far as the drones itself, I think it flies. I say it flies about the same as the Air 2. It is quicker, and especially in normal mode.
Oh yeah,
it ascends faster and descends faster. But I tell you what, it's a great drone. It's kind of, if you do have the Air 2, and if you sell that, you kind of move up to that Air 2S, you're probably not going to be out of a lot of money because the batteries are compatible. So, you already got your batteries.
Oh yeah, the used drones hold their value. At least the DJI ones do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. And I mean, I'm keeping both for right now, but it's that 1-inch sensor is great. And, I'm not a big, I know a lot of people are talking about the set aperture and all that, but, I don't think that's a big problem. But, I know y'all know a lot about, the editing, and you could do some of that in post.
Yeah, it just depends on what you're going to do with the footage, I guess, right? Like if you're just like flying for fun like you do, then it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, the video yesterday, I mean, I got a bunch on my phone, and I downloaded some stuff last night. I mean, it looks absolutely, especially if you put it on a bigger screen, and looking at it on your phone is cool. But I put it on my MacBook last night and was doing some stuff, and man, it's pretty sharp, I tell you.
Did you try those master shots yet?
Yeah, actually, I put one up. I did one yesterday. I didn't put it up only because it's definitely a weird. Before I put it up, when I first took it out to Manchac, it's a little bayou town, and you don't know what it's going to do. I wanted to make sure I had clearance when it does the droney and all that. Now I know at least how it works because even if you're in a area, because it does a circle, so you want to make sure that you clear everything. But you can't start that master shot too high.
Yeah.
So it's got to be kind of started kind of low, because you have to draw that box around the subject. And
does it do the same series of shots every time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes 2 minutes. It does about 2 minutes to film it.
Okay.
And it's a series of, I mean, you don't tell it. It's all pre-programmed. So it's a droney. It's a circle. Then it goes straight above you and lifts. So it's a pretty interesting shot. It's fun to do.
Oh yeah, I saw a couple of examples and I was really impressed.
Yeah. I mean, you could do it. I guess you could literally do everything it's doing with the sticks, but probably wouldn't be as smooth and wouldn't be exact. And
well, that's it, right? And it depends on what you want to do. I mean, if you're flying because you enjoy flying, then okay, maybe these automated modes aren't for you. But if you're a YouTube content creator, say like drones aren't your main thing.
Yeah,
these are perfect. You can get all these cool shots, and you don't have to be a drone expert. You just press.
Yeah, and even those shots, I think you could take screenshots, or you could take just certain shots of that master shot and use it for content too. So that would be,
Oh, 100%. Like that's what I would do. I would chop up those master shots into the individual scenes.
Sure.
And kind of spread them out through a video or something.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, because it's sometimes when you're flying, I know you're flying the same way. It's like even when I was back on my motorcycle when we was riding back to my house, I was like, man, I wish I'd have done this. I wish it's kind of like, because when you're flying, I did go down in the canyon, but then I said, well, I wish I'd have put it in the FPV mode of Air 2S just to see how, but I don't know, you're flying and you kind of like them. They had another car pull up because we was the only ones back there, and it's what it is. This road used to pass right by this. They actually bypassed the road and made a new road. So this place is on private property. The homeowner owns it, does not mind anybody. It just dead ends where the road used to cross it. So you'd be right on the side of it.
Okay.
But, it's and like I say, when you're flying, you get back and you say, man, why didn't I take that shot, or why didn't I, take a better shot,
Well, I've been thinking about taking out a shot list. Like that's what the professionals do, right? They take out a list of the different shots they're going to get. Because I'm the same way. When I get up and I start flying, I forget, and then I get down and I think, geez, I should have orbited that. I should have done something over here. And so I think I'm gonna have to start taking notes out. That might be useful. Yeah,
because even the master shot I did, I was like kind of away from the canyon by my motorcycle, and it really didn't get a good view of the canyon. Kind of like so I was kind of like, man, I can't believe I was there, and man, it ain't something I could go back. We could go back anytime we want, but I don't know. It's just you miss a shot, and you kind of like, man, darn,
Well, especially if the light's good, right? Because sometimes you get that perfect light where.
Well, it was, man, it was so bright. And I'll tell you what, it was 80, almost 86 degrees. My phone heated up and it was like, so kind of let my phone cool down. So I don't have a tablet, but of course, even a Mini 5, I guess, would probably get hot.
I get my phone overheating a lot in the summer. I get that same thing, and it gives me a warning. And in fact, what happens is sometimes the screen will start to go black, not totally black, but it'll dim, right?
Well, it was dim. That's what I say, because I was like, man, I was flying, and then I was kind of like moving under a little tree light just to see better. Yeah. And I realized, man, my screen was like really dim, so it's kind of like
I think
the phone down, let it cool off.
There's probably thermal regulators in here, and when it gets to a certain heat, it starts dimming the LCD display to reduce the temperature. That's what I would guess. Morning, AZ, Pilot Sharks. What's up? Stevie, Dave? Michael Blade said, unfortunately, yesterday while flying in a big field, my DJI Osmo Action got crushed in a little crash. Oh, no. Sorry to hear that, man. That's a bummer.
Stevie, what's up?
So because I can't fly outside, I'll show you what I was flying yesterday. Show you this is a really expensive drone. You guys, I know you're going to be all jealous and you're all going to want one. There it is. Camera's held on by a blob of putty. Anyway, it worked great. I had a lot of fun flying it yesterday.
So you saw Charlie got in FPV.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think this is his first time.
Yeah. Did he get the DJI FPV drone?
No, he got the little Tiny Hawk 2 or the Tiny Hawk kit. Yeah, the Emax.
That's a real good way to start. Pilot Shark says he's become the checklist man. Good for you. That's a good idea. It really is. I get lazy, but I think I'm going to have, I want to step up my game and start doing things a little better. So I think I'll have to try that.
I'm sorry, somebody was texting me. Hey, asked me a real estate question. Oh. Imagine that.
Gotta pay the bills, man.
Work.
Pay the bills. Yeah. So I don't know. I might go out flying today if the weather lets up.
Yeah, it's beautiful here. It's
well, when this quarantine's done, I'll have to whip down south and tour around. It's been a long time since I've been down there.
Yeah, it's I tell you. So Hugh, weather-wise, I mean, y'all are getting into. It's starting to warm up a little bit. Y'all.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like 60 degrees.
Oh, okay.
But we're gonna have rain for the next month, probably. Well, 2 or 3 weeks at least. Anyway, that's normal for us.
Yeah, Pilot Sharks. That's like you just said. That's a great, because I tell you, you do, and I realized that yesterday. And I mean, it wasn't like I was at some, like, hey, Mount Rushmore or somewhere you really miss. Of course, you can't shoot there. But anyway, you go to a place and even if you fly. You think about those shots you could have took, but that's a great especially when you go to a new location, you have to survey that site and make sure everything is safe. Look at your tallest trees, and so it's always fun for a new site, but you do have to a checklist isn't bad, I can tell you. Yep.
One of the things I'm going to try to focus on too is changing up my altitudes, because I typically fly at about 100 meters, 400 feet, because that way I keep line of sight. That way I still have a signal. I can go out farther and all that. But then it tends to make my videos all kind of look the same. It's always the same perspective, right? So I'm trying to think. I'm going to get closer to stuff and then fly a lot lower. Maybe skim through the tree canopies, or even go down, like a head height or something, walking, and kind of mix up the perspectives a little bit. Do something different.
Yeah. Well, it is, and it's fun, especially after you look back at the, when you're editing that, or at least even when you download them to your phone and all that. It's like, all those shots look so different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Even a view from 100 feet looks, to some people looks better than, of course, a view of the 200. I went up to almost 400 just to get a view of the whole thing, and it's interesting shot, but it's kind of better looking on side of that canyon, kind of like Marcus does. in the whole canyon.
Yeah.
So, and it's your, I guess, whatever you like, personal,
Well, so one of the things that really inspired me for FPV was Novice Quads, Lawrence's stuff. He does a lot of like low, smooth flying over the beaches, and I just love that. I could watch that stuff all day, right? So
Yeah.
that's something I want to do.
Yeah, and I think that would be determining location. Like if you got a great location for that kind of stuff, that would look good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, beaches, right? It's kind of
Yeah.
made for that. You got beaches. You're pretty much close to the coast, right?
Yeah, I'm about I don't know, probably Mississippi is, I don't know, probably 75 miles from.
Okay, well, not too bad. So you can do a day trip out there, sort of thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, we got a lot of where I went and flew the other day. That we got a lot of rivers and stuff. So you get a lot of great places to fly. They actually have a big they call it it's got a big power boat thing this weekend. I might try to get out there Sunday and see some of these big power boats. I'm just not sure, where I can actually film it from. If I had somebody that had a camp, right there would be really nice because I mean these aren't 14-foot boats. They're 40 to 60 feet.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah, big boats.
I'd love to drone through the bayou, under the mossy trees and down low and watching the gators. I think that would be.
There's actually a river, what they call a swamp walk, but it goes about, I guess it's off the road. It's a boardwalk off the swamp, and it goes, I don't know, probably a half a mile back in there, but it's pretty, a lot of low hanging trees and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely kind of a dangerous thing unless you're really close. Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, you might could bring the Mini 2 in there and just keep it right above your head, possibly. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know about the active track on the Air 2. I don't know.
God.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. I don't know. I'd have to be pretty brave to try that.
The only time I've ever used that is out in a farmer's field.
Yeah.
And I was up high. I knew nothing was going to bump into the drone or the drone was going to hit anything, right? So
I actually did it at my house the other day, but we have some big oak trees, and it did. I just was kind of figure 8 walking, but there's no low hanging. But it went right around the tree and followed me and stuff. But I don't know. I guess you got to trust it.
Yeah, and I mean, you got DJI Care Refresh and all that, but still, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to use up one of my lives, like. Oh.
Yeah, I tell you what, those drones it's just amazing what we've gotten into. And even in man, you got that FEMI Mini coming out. And of course, I don't know if you saw that Xeno Mini Pro, man, if the specs on that thing, if that drone can do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I don't know. I really, it's quite interesting, especially now that you see the specs in writing.
Yeah. Those are big claims.
Yeah.
But I mean, DJI can do it. Why can't FEMI or anybody else? Why not?
Well, that's kind of what I say. Everybody is, not everybody, but a lot of people are saying, well, if it's half as good as it says, but it's kind of like, they're putting those specs out. So why would they? I don't know. Of course, I know companies. I don't say maybe fib. I don't want to use the word lie.
Well, what they do is they give you a set of parameters under ideal conditions. So, for example, like distance, they'll say 10 kilometers. And that 10 kilometers they've measured over, say, water or a completely empty field or something like that. You know what I mean? No interference, no trees, no electromagnetic interference and whatnot.
Sure.
So,
even a battery. Yeah, even a battery life. If you read, I think it says, was it 40 minutes? And it says, hovering at windless conditions. So of course that's in a test chamber. So if you put it up in your house right there and just let it hover, it probably would maybe run. I don't know, but battery life. Yourself, even with the Air 2 and the last few batteries, the Air 2S and the Mini 2, if you're in the air for 20 to 22, 24 minutes, I tell you what, that's a long time.
It is a long flight. It sure
is. Even yesterday, I noticed that I did 2 batteries, and my friend, he goes, well, guys, is that all you're gonna fly? And I said, well, that's like 40 minutes of flying. I mean, it's a lot of flying.
It sure is. It sure is.
You almost need a little break,
Oh yeah, like the FPV drones, they typically go 3 to 5 minutes on a battery sort of thing.
Sure.
But usually the guys that are flying those are flying hard, like pedal to the metal. They're ripping around trees and flipping. That's mentally very intense, right? So
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, well, even when you're flying like yesterday, I flew and went down in the canyon a little bit, went up, went down, you're flying all around. So, after 15, 20 minutes, yeah, you actually do, it's kind of like, maybe if you're by yourself, but still 20, 25 minutes in the air is definitely a long flight time. And if you got 3 batteries, say 60 minutes in the air, I mean, there's really nothing you need probably 60 minutes of any area you're at, probably.
Yeah. Have you seen Dustin Dunhill's long range flights with his wings?
Yes.
That's amazing. He put the 4G cellular on the top of the plane and the thing goes for hours and 20, 30 miles. Like wow, that would be interesting.
Yeah, JSK said he switches between his iPad mini and his cell phone. Yeah.
Okay.
And I can see how the mini, the tablet, I know I see that triple tech tablet, but for me personally, like yesterday I was on my bike and my I'll tell you what, my Air 2S case fit in my bag about, like, if it had been about that much bigger, it wouldn't have fit. And I could have strapped it on my seat. But, so to bring a tablet, it's just so easy with the phone.
Yeah.
Although, if I was going, with my truck and stuff like that, I guess, you could bring a lot more equipment.
I've flown camera drones for 3 years now. I've never used a tablet. I have one, but I don't use it. I just use my phone.
Yeah, I have never used a tablet. I think Captain Ray and I know Maddie flies with the they all have a tablet. I think Captain Ray's got a Mini 5.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely get a better view with the tablet. I just can't be bothered. I just find it easier just to tuck the phone in my pocket and away I go. And
I come close to buying one, but I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of hang tight, see what, maybe they'll have, maybe the smart controller, they got a new one coming out, but that's a pretty nice investment. I think I'd rather almost just have the tablet myself. That way you can do a lot of other stuff on it too.
Yeah, that's true, right?
Instead of being so specific for that, drone.
Yeah. Well, I think the Crystal Sky, didn't it run on Android or something like that you could run other programs or something?
I'm not sure about the Crystal Sky. I mean, I know that the smart controller is Android.
Oh, smart control. Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's I think that's about 3 years old now. So I think Stevie. What Stevie say? Let's say I always use a Mini, but I use my phone most of the time. Yeah, it is, Stevie. I agree. That's just kind of what I just said. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could easily put a Mini in my backpack, I guess yesterday on the bike, but I don't know. But it seems like that they would heat up too, but I know it's a little brighter.
Yeah. Mike says he saw a guy fly the Parrot Disco 50 miles out and back. Wow. Yeah, that Parrot Disco was a good bird.
Really, 50 miles, geez.
Yeah. I was really sad when Parrot took themselves out of the consumer market. I was, because
I have the Anafi. I love that drone. I tell you what, it's fun to fly, and the camera is absolutely amazing on that drone.
Yep, for sure.
I actually just had an update on that thing about I guess I took it out maybe about a month ago, or I mean, it might have had an update before, but so they still kind of doing some stuff for that.
And nobody else has done that.
Just ordered one,
right?
Go ahead.
Points up.
Yeah, definitely. You can get a nice view, especially if you're under something. Yeah, and one of the more drones don't do that. It's kind of,
Yeah, I don't know why. I guess it's so the Mavics, the gimbal's underneath
they can't look up.
So they can't really look up. But the Parrot has 2 prongs, so I guess it's just the way they designed it.
Yeah, Charlie, that's what he said. iPad Mini is the way to go.
That's what most people fly with, is the Mini, right?
Yeah, I think most of them had the Mini 5 was the kind of the go-to tablet there recently. Well, guys, I need to get to work. I hate to log off. It's been fun. Wish I could stay on longer, but I got somebody coming in here in a few minutes to sign some papers that might actually bring me some money, so I might be able to afford a Mini 5.
Ching.
Yeah, well, hey, no closing is done you till it's done. Believe me.
I feel you.
And what real estate, I've been doing it since 1995. And guess what? Till you walk out of that closing, that's when it's done. Man, today with appraisals and inspections and, it's just a lot to go to closing now. It used to be the inspection part of the real estate industry is the biggest thing I hate now, only because, I agree to buy your house, but then I get it inspected. And then I kind of go back and say, hey, the inspector says all this is wrong. So let's kind of renegotiate.
Yeah. So,
and you as an owner, you got the right to say, hey, I'll do this, this, and this, but I ain't doing this. I'm not spending, so, and they make it look like the house is falling down. And I'm not saying it's their job, but it is kind of aggravating. So it's kind of a new step because years ago, guess who the inspector was? The real estate agent.
Really?
Yeah, well, I mean, like if you were buying something, you might say, hey, Johnny, walk through the house with me. We'd flush the toilets, we'll run the water.
Your own agent. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, just kind of, but listen, nowadays you can't do that because you will be
conflict
sued.
Of interest, right? Too. I mean, it's a conflict of interest too, really.
It is. Well, I mean, it's just that, everybody's a good old person trusting everybody, I mean, it's your house, and if the inspector says, hey, the toilets are flushing slow, and you say, well, hey, I've been here for 20 years. I ain't never had a problem. So, you kind of get into some territory there. But that's one part of the industry I hate lately. But it's just, it's all for protection. Lawyers have made, we have a property disclosure you fill out. And basically, it used to be one page. And basically, it said, hey, has the house ever had termites or has it flooded? Was basically all had fire damage. Yeah. Now that one page disclosure is now 9. So, it's all about kind of protecting each other,
Yep. So. Yes, indeed.
All right. Well, look, thank guys for everybody coming in, and we'll try to do it again one morning.
It's good to see you on, Johnny.
All right. Absolutely. Thanks everybody for coming in this morning.
All right, guys. Take care.